Welcome to the Daily Decant, your 5-minute briefing on the world of wine. Each episode delivers practical insights to help you choose, order, and talk about wine with more confidence in everyday social settings. Let's get into today's decant. This week, we covered 5 wines that can make you feel more confident in very different situations: Merlot, Chenin Blanc, Crémant, Gamay, and Albariño. What makes this lineup so useful is that these are not just wine names to know. Each one gives you a practical answer to a real-world moment. What to order when you want something approachable, what to bring when you want something to seem thoughtful, what to serve when you want something festive, what to choose when you need flexibility, and what to pick when you want something fresh and easy. So today, let's bring this week together and make these wines easier to remember and easier to use. Let's start with Merlot. Merlot is one of the most useful red wines to know because it's smooth, generous, and easy to like. A good Merlot usually brings flavors like plum, black cherry, chocolate, and soft herbal notes. It has enough body to feel substantial, but it's usually softer and more approachable than a bigger Cabernet. Socially, Merlot works because it's one of the safest and smartest red wine choices for a range of situations. If you're hosting friends with different tastes, bringing a bottle to dinner, ordering for a table, or choosing a red for a business meal, Merlot is often a very strong answer. It feels polished without feeling intimidating, which makes it a very practical wine to have in your back pocket. Next came Chenin Blanc. Chenin Blanc is one of the most versatile white wines you can know. Depending on where it's from and how it's made, it can be crisp and dry, slightly richer, or even lightly off-dry. In general, it often shows bright acidity with notes of orchard fruit, citrus, honey, or flowers. That versatility is what makes it so useful in real life. Chenin Blanc works especially well when food is involved, particularly meals with mixed flavors, roasted vegetables, richer sauces, or a little spice. It's also a great bottle to bring when you want something that feels thoughtful but still approachable. Gives you a little more personality than the most obvious white wine choices without becoming too unfamiliar. Then we had Crémant. Crémant is a sparkling wine made in France outside of Champagne and is one of the smartest categories to know if you want sparkling wine with both quality and value. Depending on the region, it can be made from different grapes, but it usually feels fresh, polished, and lively with notes of citrus, apple, and a little toast. The confidence move with Crémant is knowing that not every good sparkling wine needs to be champagne. That matters when you're hosting brunch, showing up to a dinner party, bringing a bottle to a celebration, or simply wanting something festive without spending at the champagne level. Crémant lets you bring energy and occasion to the table while still making a practical choice. After that, we talked about Gamay. Gamay is the grape most closely associated with Beaujolais, and it's one of the most flexible reds to know. It's usually lighter in body, full of fresh red fruit, and often tastes like cherry, raspberry, and sometimes a little pepper or earth. It's soft, bright, and very easy to enjoy. What makes Gamay so socially valuable is that it solves a common problem. Sometimes you want red wine, but you don't want anything too heavy, too serious, or too overpowering. Gamay is perfect for that. It works beautifully at casual dinners, holiday meals, restaurant tables where people are ordering different dishes, and relaxed gatherings where you want something easygoing but still interesting. It's one of those wines that can quietly make you seem like you know what you're doing. And finally, we get to Albariño. Albariño is one of the best whites to know when you want something crisp, refreshing, and easy to enjoy without feeling too basic. It usually comes from northwestern Spain, usually Rías Baixas, and it tends to show bright notes of citrus, peach, green apple, and sometimes a subtly salty edge. Albariño is especially useful in social settings because it fits so naturally into lighter, more relaxed occasions. If you're ordering seafood, meeting friends for tapas, sitting outside on a patio, or bringing a bottle to dinner where lighter dishes are being served, Albariño is a smart choice. It feels a little bit more interesting than the default white wine order, but it's still very approachable. So let's bring the whole week together. Here are the biggest takeaways. Merlot is your smooth, crowd-pleasing red for dinners, hosting, and business meals. Chenin Blanc is your versatile, food-friendly white when you want flexibility and a little more personality. Crémant is your polished sparkling wine for celebrations and hosting without overspending. Gamay is your relaxed, lighter red for casual dinners and mixed groups. And Albariño is your fresh, vibrant white for seafood, patios, and lighter meals. And if you're trying to get more confident with wine, this is one of the best ways to do it. Don't just memorize names. Attach each wine to a situation: a dinner party, a host gift, a brunch, date night, client meal. That's how wine knowledge becomes practical. One of the most useful mindset shifts in wine is realizing that confidence does not come from knowing everything. It comes from knowing a few smart options and when to use them. So after this week, you now have 5 more of those options. So that's today's Daily Decant and the Week 2 wrap-up. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends so you can continue building your wine knowledge in just a few minutes a day. See you tomorrow for your next decant.